Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and today thought we'd do a little bit more on the old 486 SX25. And I wasn't intending to do any work on this at the moment, but I was testing some of the software that I got in the lot, and unfortunately one of the first things I tested, because I wanted it on this thing, was Doom 2, and the discs are bad. They've got disc rot, unfortunately, which is a shame really, because it's in really nice condition, but looking at the discs really closely, they do have a slight fungus on them. I might be able to bring them back, I don't know, but unfortunately it's beggared up the drive on the 486, so I've just dug a few drives out, and I'll go through and find a good working drive and replace that. To be honest, it has been playing up a little bit for a while because the mechanism's a bit sticky in it, so you do have to fiddle about with a button to get the disc to actually eject. So it's probably no bad thing that I am swapping it out. Also, I've just done this. I didn't film it. I wasn't actually going to do a bit of a video, but I thought, oh, sod it, seeing I've got everything out, and I wanted to test a bit of new lighting in here. Hopefully you'll might find that the lighting's a little bit better. I'm absolutely sweltering here because I've got like 200 watts of light in this tiny little office of mine, and it's a little bit warm. And you can't open the windows, they were painted shut years ago. I will have to do something about that. But anyway, I've put a different network card in it. This is the network card that I had in it, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it apart from the fact it hasn't got RJ45 on it. It's only got two base T, and is that 5 base T? I can't remember. High Treason did a video not so long ago on all the old network working and protocols. I'm sure he'd know more about it than me. But anyway, I was planning on using this card in this computer and using this bridge hub that I've got, which basically it takes RJ45, but it's also got BNC, so it'll take 2 base T in, and it'll communicate with 10 base T. Unfortunately, that's died a death over the years. It just won't recognise anymore. So unfortunately, that's dead, and I really can't be bothered looking into it. I don't know how to really start even fault finding on one of these hubs. So I think that'll be going in the scrap box. But so I've fitted a I think it's an NE2000 compatible. It's got a UMC chipset on it, which should do quite nicely. Like I said, it's got 2 base T, and it's got RJ45, so it's 10 base T on it as well. So that's our network taken care of. So I also thought we'd fit to this computer for some upcoming bits and bats that I've got. Is I've got a SCSI card here. This one's in a Dabtech. This is mine from back in the day. This was in one of my first PCs. Can't believe I've kept hold of it all these years, actually. I think that might be a driver disc for it. But yeah, it's in a Dabtech 1542 CF, this. Pretty standard Dabtech SCSI card. Onboard BIOS, you can boot from the card, but it's got the nice old-fashioned SCSI 1 connector on the back. So I'm going to put that in this computer. In fact, we'll do that now. And that's actually this computer fully expanded. It only has 3 expansion slots, and we've got an Aztec, I think it's a Sound Blaster 2 or 1 point something compatible sound card in the bottom, which is actually really nice. It's a good sound card, that. Then we've got the network card, and we'll put the SCSI card in up at the top. I am planning to put a SCSI card in my Pentium 120 as well, so because I've got a PCI Dabtech card, which is about the right age for that, so I think that's going to go in that one. It does mean for in the future, if we did want to run a large hard drive in here, we're not limited just to IDE. We could do away with IDE and run SCSI in this computer. I do have like a gig SCSI hard drive. I think I've got some 8 gig SCSI hard drives kicking about somewhere. One of them would certainly go in this. But for now, I mean, little, what is this? Is it 420 megabyte, I think, something like that. Yeah, it's 420 megabyte Quantum that's in there at the moment, and that's good enough for now. This is more to, so we've just got the SCSI on the back, to be able to run external boxes with, really, and CD-ROM drives, because I have got a SCSI CD-ROM drive kicking about somewhere. A proper nice external one. It's actually one that I got with an Amiga 1200, but it'll work perfectly well with this computer as well. So that does at least give us the option of getting stuff on here via CD. Anyway, so that's done. What else I thought? Oh yeah, we'll pull the old floppy drive out, and I've dug my RAM box out. So this is all 30-pin and 72-pin sims. There's all sorts in here. So I think we'll go from 4 meg up to at least 8 meg. I don't really want to go up to 6. I don't know, should I go up to 16? I'll certainly go up to 8, I think, because I want to put Windows for Work groups on this computer. Might even eventually go to Windows 95, because I have found I've got in all that disk lot the complete disk version of Windows 95, and it's the upgrade version. So that might be quite fun to install from disk onto this 486. But that would be painfully slow with 4 meg of RAM. So you really want 8, you really want 16 if you want to run Windows 95 happily. It runs okay in 8, it runs very painfully in 4. Right, so let's see how we can get this floppy drive out. I have a horrible feeling you've got to take half the computer apart just to get to this damn thing. Let's see if it's not going to just be held in with one screw. Oh, look at that, it's only held in with one screw. That was fortunate. Well, I mean, we won't get rid of this drive or anything. It's probably just got dirty heads in it now, so I will put it to one side and have a look and see if we can get it going again. But just for the time being, we'll stick another drive in it. What have we got here? We've got a Sony here. It looks in fairly good condition. Apparently it cost me £1. So I'll probably pick this up on a boot sale or something like that. We'll give it a go, we'll try it, see if it works. Plugs in like that. Plug that in. And I can understand why someone's only been, well, it's probably me who's only bothered putting one screw in to hold the disk drive in, because it's an absolute pain in the backside to get to the other one. You've got to take the hard drive carriage out to do it. Let's stick that in there. Is that wound up at the front? There it is now. There we go. Right, let's have a look for some RAM. I don't think it needs anything particularly specific, this thing, but let's take out what we've got in there so we can have a look. I don't think it's parity or anything like that. Let's count the number of chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that is parity RAM. I don't think it'll need to run with parity RAM. I don't think it'll run with Edo RAM, to be honest. I think it's a bit too old for that. That's non-parity. And what are they? I think that's an 8 meg. It's either a 4 or an 8, that. Let's see what that is. Well, that's an exact match for what was already in there, I think. So we stuck them two in. I think that would give us that should give us 8 meg. Let's try that. Oops, that's not in. Get in there. It really does take me back, sticking sims in computers. Has that got in? No, it's not. I have to take the hard drive ribbon cable off here so I can actually get in there, I think. That side's not clipping in when it's going in. Hang on a minute, try swapping the sim round. Yeah, you dozy plonk, you have the sim wrong way around. That's one in. Let's try putting this one in, see if that'll give us 8 meg. That's 2 in. Okay, I don't know whether the cables from the KVM are going to actually stretch down. Let's see. Oops, that was audio. Just about. I think I should just about be able to get it. There we go. Hope for the power will reach. Yeah, I think the power will just reach. Yeah, only just reach. Right, let's have a go at that. Let's switch it on. Let's see what happens. I'll point you at the monitor. Right, I think there's a fault with that RAM. It'll time out with the SCSI, but it does look like the SCSI card's actually working. What we want to just see is if the floppy drive's actually going to work. In fact, let's switch. Let's get the keyboard. Just escape out of that. Control A. Let's switch off. Perhaps it doesn't like that faulty RAM. Let's take that. Well, when I say faulty, it doesn't necessarily mean it is faulty. It's just this computer doesn't seem to like it. Right, there we go. And take that out, and we'll have another try. I think I will have to set the SCSI card up. I have no termination on it either, that's probably confusing it a little bit. I'm sure I've got a big SCSI 1 terminator kicking about somewhere. I'll have to have a hunt through all my SCSI stuff. I'm sure there's a key you can press on the keyboard to get past this as well. Ah, there we go. All we want to do is see if the floppy drive actually works. Let's have a look. Oh, the keyboard's not working. Did I pull the keyboard out when I pulled the KVM up? Yes, I did. That'd be why the keyboard's not working. escape past the... Right, that's better. Okay, let's try that now. Right. Right, so we've got the config for that that SCSI card, so let's try that while we're here. 1 5 4 2 C C F G. Oh lovely, it wants to oh right. It's trying to put it all on the disk, and it's going to fail very soon. Oh, maybe not. Alright. Let's have a look at C/config. C store config. You only have one, press enter. Configure view host adapter settings. Oh right, so it's no good for the, after all that it's no good for the card we've got in there. Oh well. I wonder if it can give us any diagnostics though. It looks like it can. Get rid of that. Oops. Pop the floppy out. So I'm sure there's something you can press to get out of try control I. I'll have to play with that. Oh, there we go. This is running, I think, from ROM. There we go. Yeah, that's actually running from the ROM on the SCSI card. Post adapter SCSI termination. Enabled. Switch 1, so no. Right. I wonder if that'll work. Sorry if it's a bit of a boring one this. I am literally going as going as I say this. Like I said, I'm not I'm rediscovering some very old stuff here which I haven't played with in a very long time. So which is that? Switch 1's that side, so it's not automatically terminated now. Let's take the RAM out. Let's try this stick of RAM on its own. See if it was just a it didn't like running with that stick of RAM there. I'll take that out. Let's try just sticking this one in on its own. If it comes up with a RAM error, we know there's definitely a iffy piece of RAM, but if it doesn't, it may be okay. Right, let's try that. I think that was a RAM error. Yeah, I definitely don't think that RAM's too happy in this computer. So it mightn't be anything wrong with it, it just might not like this computer. We can unplug the hard drive for now because we don't need that connected to. It's easy to get to the RAM without it. So that one's a no-no for this. Let's try this one. This is non-parity. Oh, it's Edo. That definitely won't work in this. I think that's Edo as well. This one might work. No, that's Edo. I'm not sure how big this one is. It's parity. Right, let's see what this one does. Okay, it doesn't like that. What's this one? Texas Instruments. Edo again, no good. I'm not sure about this one. Let's see what this one is. This computer seems to be either all this RAM's dead or this computer is super picky on its SEMS. Let's try this one. Alright, let's try this one. No, it really doesn't like that. Now I've got a couple of these strange things, and these are sim savers, and the idea of these is that you could put your old 30-pin sims in and save them, put them in a 72-pin sim board. I've not actually tried one of these in one of these computers, so let's see if one of these will work. If I can get it in the bloody thing, it's huge. This is when RAM really did cost you quite a lot of money. I don't even think I'm going to be able to get this in. Don't actually think there's enough room for it. Let's try it the other way around. I don't think that was locating properly then. Ah, there. This thing goes in that way around. Right, let's see if this thing works. Yes, it does. How much RAM does it give us though? Let's see. Is that... How much have we got there? Only 4 meg into it. Oh well, never mind. I wonder if that will work with the original RAM as well. Let's have a quick try. See, this gives us 8 meg. Well, it's not refused to boot. It's not recognised the extra RAM either. I wonder if I put them the other way around. Yeah, I might be able to do that. I'll switch off. So the problem we've got down here, I don't know if you can see this. Let me try and zoom you in. Oops. I don't know if you can see this down here. That's that SimSaver thing. What I'm going to try and do is put the original RAM in first and then put that in the second slot and see if it'll actually work like that. Would be kind of cool to put the SimSaver thing in here because it's a bit of history in itself when RAM was so expensive. If you had a load of 30-pin SIM and you upgraded your computer, like I said, you wanted to keep it, so you actually you got one of these things. So those are 1 meg 30-pin SIMs. And I remember when I first got my first 486 PC, 4 meg of RAM was about £75. So if you could salvage that out of, say, your old 386 and buy one of these boards, I don't know how much these boards cost, but I presume it was considerably less than 4 meg 72-pin SIM. You could actually save your RAM like that. So let's put the original 4 meg SIM back in. We'll make sure that that boots up with that, and then we'll try putting this in the next slot. Yeah, that's coming up alright like that. And let's stick this in slot 2. There we go, that's in. Right, let's see what that does. Take you back up onto the screen. Oops. There we go, we've got 8 meg of RAM. So that's quite... Oops, you've slipped on the tripod as well. It is a crap tripod, this one. There you go, as you can see we have 8 meg of RAM now. So that's a little bit better. It's not going to boot because I've got the hard drive disconnected while I was trying to get that in, so let's just switch back on. We'll plug that back in there. So that's really it with oops, zooming back out. Oops, that way. There's no tilt at all on this bloody tripod. It sticks like mad compared to my other one. My other one's nice and fluid. Anyway, enough of that. So I'm quite happy with that. We've got now we've got a working floppy drive back in it. We've now got 8 meg of RAM in it. We've got the SCSI card in it. We've got a usable network card, so we can actually connect it up to the other computers I have in the office. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So I've also got it hooked up now. I've got the sound card working. I've got it hooked up to my little mixing desk here, so we can actually hear the audio coming through from the computer. Now I've only got one game on it so far, which is really going to make any use of that. And that's Castle Wolfenstein. I've got that on there, and then I'll just get, once I've got this case on, In fact, bear with me, I'll just pause you for a second. I'll get this case on and then I'll just give you a quick demo of Castle Wolfenstein playing with the sound card. Okay, the 486 is back up where it lives, so let's fire it back up. Turn the sound down a little bit. Bring her over onto the screen. Now we will have to let the SCSI time out. I'm going to have to stick a terminator on there or something. So I'm sure there was a key combination to get past this. I can't remember what it was. It was Control Escape. I'll time out in a second anyway. One of the reasons I put the SCSI in anyway is because I've got this this that came in the lot, which is a I don't know if there's a hard drive in there or not. Actually, I've not even put power up to it yet, but it is a SCSI hard drive enclosure and it is SCSI 1, and I do have, there we go. I will have to sort something out about that. But anyway, to enter, press F1. No, press escape, sorry. Because what I'm doing, what I really want to do is just show you the sound card working now. It's a quick last thing to do. There we go. This is the perfect computer to play things like Wolfenstein on. But that sounds really good. That's the Aztec sound card it's got in there. I believe they were used in some early Packard Bell multimedia packages or something like that. They weren't an off-the-shelf sound card, they were out of a branded computer, and there were loads kicking about. I remember when I used to have my stall up on Bowler's Computer Fair, I must have bought hundreds of them to stick with computers. And I used to refurb the old early Pentium systems. Anyway, let's have a quick go. Oh, well that's crashed. Never mind. Well, you saw it working there for a minute anyway. I think this is probably an apt time to finish this video, so I hope you enjoyed that little further look at my 486. Obviously it's still got issues, we've still got to sort this out with the SCSI so it doesn't keep hanging here waiting for the SCSI ID. Like I said, I'm sure we can get round that. I know I have in the past, and it didn't involve having anything connected to the ID. I'm sure it was just had a terminator on the back or something like that, so it didn't keep trying to bounce the data and then eventually time out. And obviously we'll have to see if we can find out why Wolf 3D hung like that, because I don't think it did last time I played it. But last time I played it I didn't have the sound card set up properly. Odd. Anyway, so we've still got plenty of things to do with this computer, but like I said, I thought you'd enjoy that little extra venture into it. So thanks for watching and goodbye.